Ted Wyman here for Post Media in beautiful Mont-Tremblant, Quebec. I'm with CFL Commissioner Randy Ambrosie, who's just in the midst of a big bunch of meetings here, the CFL winter meetings with players, or not players, coaches, general managers, and league presidents. And I know you got a chance today to present your vision for a bigger, better CFL. I know you like to think big. Can you take us through how that was received and what were some of the things that were said?
Yeah, we it really started last night with a chance to talk with the coaches and GMs directly, and I haven't had a chance to sit with them, and just it was so incredible to these are remarkable men. They love the Canadian Football League, and I just talked them through the goal of a much bigger opportunity for Canadian kids to play the game. How we want to work with our partners at U Sports and junior football and amateur football, and then ultimately let's create more football players in Canada. And then we talked about the international opportunity. We brought in a group from American Football International, and they have a huge database. They have a tremendous understanding of the international world, and they did a presentation on just how big football is in the world. And then we just talked about how we translate all of that into core strategies for growing football in our major markets in Montreal and Toronto and BC and Vancouver, and then how it plays out and helps us all grow the game and build a stronger league. And I felt like after a couple hours, we really were talking to one another, and we got some good questions. But I left that feeling tremendously encouraged that just the chance to be with those great guys and to share an idea of where we're going. And again, it's only from one person's perspective, but boy, I sure left with a bounce in my step.
How much did the upcoming negotiations for a collective bargaining agreement between the players and the league and the owners, how much of a topic of conversation was that with this group?
Yeah, it's been at the core of almost every conversation. It started on a Tuesday morning. We had the Players Relation Committee meeting, and then we met with the team presidents in the afternoon and did a full update on those meetings. And then we talked about it today as part of our general session. This was a really important, this week's a really important week of meetings, because we want to really make sure that we all the best ideas for growing the game of football. I keep saying, we want to build the mother of all pies. We want to build a big pie that we can make sure everybody in our league that's part of the CFL is a winner. And we talked a lot about that. I'm sure the players are getting ready for the discussion with us as well. So yeah, I think it's been core to every conversation.
Just one more question for you. Obviously, you're going to be leaving here, maybe a quick stop at home, and then off to Mexico, which is kind of the beginning of the whole 2.0 concept in terms of a combine and a draft there, and looking to see if there are some new players outside of Canada and the United States to play. Can you tell us a bit about what's going to be happening there this week?
Yeah, it's really looking forward to it. We're going to arrive on Saturday. The LFA are going to be hosting us to a dinner on Saturday night, and then Sunday we're right to it. And they're hosting a scouting combine. We're going to put these players through all the normal drills and get to see their raw athleticism. There's going to be interviews, so our teams will get to interview these players, and I'm really looking forward to that. Then Sunday night we'll meet to reflect on what we saw, and then Monday morning we're going to get up and do a draft. Recognizing that for these young men that will be drafted to a CFL team, it'll be one of the biggest days in their life, and we've put some time and effort into thinking about how to make it special for them. So from the announcement of them being selected to putting together a nice kit. So we've actually created for each of the 9 teams a folio. So when they'll present it to the player's going to have an opportunity to go home and show his family, because let's say for the Argonauts, it's a history of the Argonaut franchise. There's a map. So they can point to their family where they've been chosen, but we're looking forward to making this a special experience for these young men, because it's only going to happen once in their lifetime, and we want to do it right.
Randy, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Great, thank you.
For Post Media, I'm Ted Wyman at the CFL meetings in Mont Tremblant, Quebec.